What's Gucci my hoochie? I got something special for y'all today. It's a full freaking arm day. That's right, I'm the arm guy, and now you get to see what my routine is. We're opening it up with some Larsen press. Close grip, only valid way of doing Larsen press if you're trying to get your triceps bigger, if you're trying to get them arms nice and juicy. Keep that grip as close as you can while comfortably getting a full range of motion. Here I'm using 200 pounds and I'm going for 3 sets of 5, and this is the way I open up my arm day just to get my muscles primed to handle some heavy weight. Now this is the beginning phases of this training block, so I'm going light. My best at this rep range has been 235, and I'm just dialing it back now to build up more volume again and then beat those PRs. After the close grip Larsen press, we're hitting some JM press. That's right. Love me some JM press. Now look at this. A lot of people will look at this and say this isn't a full range of motion. Thing about the JM press, guys, is you want to keep that tension in your triceps and you want to make it very specific to the lockout. So if you go all the way down and you stretch your chest or stretch at the shoulder joint potentially, guess what? The tension is shifting into other muscles. The weight is no longer being used for its intended purpose, and you're not going to get juicy jack triceps doing it that way. So that is the optimal range of motion for the purpose I'm going for. Moving on, we're doing some dumbbell curls. We're going nice and heavy. I got 50 pounds. I know it's nothing, too insane. Nowadays we got 16-year-olds like repping 60 pounds comfortably, but like here I am, I'm putting up the 50s, feeling pretty good about it. Form is pretty good. First time touching 50 pounds on the dumbbell curl for for a long time. It's been months, and I'm already matching my PR from the previous training block. So it's looking like we're gonna have some new PRs here, boys. The arm gains just simply do not stop coming. I'm just that guy. I'm that dude. I'm gonna be curling 90-pound dumbbells pretty soon here. Just easy stuff right there, just Super Saiyan shit right there, And then we're moving on. We're doing some dumbbell incline curls. So normally I would do like 40 pounds on these, 45 pounds for my working sets. But because I pre-exhausted, we're going for 30. The rep range for the dumbbell curls previously, by the way, was 3 sets of 5 to 8, and the JM press was the exact same rep range. I forgot to say that. Here we're going for 3 sets of 10 to 12. I get 12 on all 3 sets here, and I also superset them with skull crushers, which we'll see later. I don't know, some people might say the form isn't valid. I like to alternate a little bit on the bottom where I kind of do a neutral grip and then I supinate on the way up. I just feel like I ignite my biceps a little better, and it does give me some leeway in the bottom where I can just kind of rest and eke out one more rep or two. And it's just how I prefer to do it. Some people like keeping it supinated all the way through. It's just not my style. That's just the way I like to prefer it. Here I go setting up my my skull crushers. We got 70 pounds in the bar, nothing crazy. If it's my main movement, I can put up 90 to 100 pounds on this. But today it's the third movement that we're doing for my triceps. Get some blood in there. They're a little exhausted, so we're going lower on weight and just really focusing on feel and range of motion. Look at that deep elbow bend. Now this is a workout, guys. If you're gonna try and attempt this, I'll tell you this right now. This is not for the faint of elbow. Okay, if your elbows are a fragile point of your body, do not attempt this routine. Like I have pretty strong, durable elbows because of years of conditioning, and so now I can handle all these harsh movements. And even then, it's tough on me. So I know for most people, doing a close grip bench and then a JM press and then a goddamn skull crusher, you might have dust for elbows at that point. So be careful. Now moving on, this is something I added in pretty recently. I'm tacking on 2 sets of press downs with the V-bar. I'm going for 15 to 20 reps. This is, a strength builder, a mass builder, but also simultaneously a restorative exercise. So I can pump blood into my triceps and into my elbows here. Because at the end of the day, the more blood you have in that area, the more lubricated that joint is, the better it's going to recover. And so finishing off with some press downs, I highly recommend doing that. I think it's a great way to just kind of keep the tendon strong and keep your elbows resilient. It's something that I employ, and it's definitely working. And I superset that with some behind the back cable curls, just 30 pounds here for sets of 10 to 12. Again, just 2 sets. I've been feeling like pushing the volume a little more on my arm days recently, and this is the way I've chosen to do that. I think they're both, low in terms of fatigue and high in terms of return. so I might as well like tack in, 2 sets here and there and see where it goes. If I can push progress on them, great. If not, still getting that, extra volume. It's going to be accounting for something, right? We do both sides, obviously. Oof, look at the traps. Look at the back popping through the shirt. I'm liking the way I'm looking, guys. I'm in the 190s right now, 190, 195, and I'm looking a lot leaner than I remember looking before. Before I was just straight up, chunky monkey status. I was a big old boy. But now we got some veins popping. We got some, some definition going on there. Not looking fully, obese here. I'm holding on to some decent mass, building some quality muscle, getting stronger, putting that shit to use, and that's what it's all about. Moving, further after this, we're going to be hitting some reverse curls. I like to finish off with forearm work. Your forearms are going to be getting hit throughout this entire workout, any bicep movement that you do, especially if it's heavy. But doing some direct work near the end there is going to work for that. And I like to do the reverse curls for that purpose. I'll do 2 sets, 12 to 15 reps here. Really getting some blood into that brachialis, getting some blood into those, what are they called, extensors, the top of the forearm. Just get some, typically underworked, typically underdeveloped. So, just put some work in on that area. And then we're going to also do some preacher hammer curls. Big fan of these. They're tough. They are hard. I'm doing it with 30 pounds here. And as your final movement, it is rough to say the least. I'm only getting about like 8 to 10 reps on these, if not a little less, depending on how exhausted I am. And the grind is insane. The tension curve on these is ridiculous. I mean, you look at this. I'm fighting look at this, from bottom to top. But this is what's great about the movement. You can just grind through it no matter what. And then we're gonna do a little physique check-in. A little physique update. I'm sitting around like 190, 195. Clearly pretty chunky. Got a gigantic arm pump. See how we're looking. Gotta say, I'm definitely holding it better than it was before. Side chest. See how the back's looking. Get the mirror real quick. Not too bad. .37-inch waist. Still got a V-taper. Cut's gonna go crazy, boys.